Hi guys, today we are doing a very different video in preparation for Team of the Year, which is presumably gonna begin tomorrow evening. Now today we are joined by a very special guest, someone who knows the market inside out, I would say. A lot of people trust him when it comes to trading advice, investments, and all the good stuff, the important stuff, you would say, would you?
Yeah, pretty important stuff, especially if you're concerned about your coin totals.
So it is the FUTECONOMIST, a bloody name, guys, I can't say. I'm Northern, English, vocabulary is not my best thing, but guys, you can check him out on Twitter. I have left his link in the description. Make sure you do follow him. Keep an eye out on his Twitter as well, because he does post a lot of important advice for you guys who are looking to make the maximum amount of coins you can during certain periods. Not just Team of the Year, guys, but you've done it during the scare. It's basically all the promotions you do it in it. You want to watch his future SBCs and all that stuff like that.
Right. Yeah, thanks for having me on, Basin.
Yeah, it's no problem at all. So if you guys do want an MSP, PSN codes or cheap game codes, if you don't want to do the trading side of things, G2A is the place to go. If you're trying to hit over 4,000 likes, that'd be absolutely sweet. And check out his social media. And guys, remember to subscribe to his channel and hit that bell button so you never miss an upload on the channel. So today, we're on the account which is pretty stacked. It's not earned through trading at all, even though I've got lucky a few times, but there's a few players in the account which I have lost a lot of money on. But the main questions which you guys are very curious about when it comes to times like this, you even ask me in Twitch, you ask in the comment section below, but I never like to give out trading advice, but I do like to help you guys, which is why I have pulled an expert. I'm going to refer to you as the expert, so I don't mess up your name. So is there any brief categories that you would want to discuss with them to help them make money, save money, if they are not buying packs and not going to be spending FIFA points during this period?
Definitely. Yeah, I mean, just sort of to preface, Team of the Year, Team of the Season, FUTMIST, like those big promotions are times when markets move. I'm sure you guys have seen the prices of all kinds of players, particularly right now, taking a pretty hard dip, especially some of the high-end players have taken some pretty substantial dips, basically before FUTMIST and heading into now. And like that's the kind of time that it's the thing you can take advantage of to sort of maximize the coins that you have in your club and maximize your buying power so that you can have really good teams heading through these events and after these events. So with that in mind, Team of the Year, obviously one of those events that moves markets. So heading into Team of the Year, I guess we'll start with preparations if that's okay.
Yes.
By the time we're seeing this, unfortunately, a lot of the sort of early preparations that you could have done, the window to do that probably is past. But there are some things that you can still do. The first, and this is probably the easiest, is if you're looking to stack up packs, there's a lot of SBCs and a couple of like select league SBCs where there's like an individual team in a league SBC that you can do, and you can actually almost guarantee that you're going to get a higher value in terms of the pack return, even if you just discard the pack. So if you have the worst possible luck possible, you can discard the pack and you'll still make coins just based on the cost of the SBC. So there's a lot of great resources on Reddit and on Twitter where people outline the packs that are worth doing, and that's the thing that you can do to, if you're not going to spend FIFA points, you can sort of curb your pack addictions for that. A couple other things that you can do in terms of preparation. If you haven't sold your high-end players, and by high-end players I mean high-end expensive icons, Team of the Week cards that are expensive and were in previous Team of the Weeks, and then expensive, high-end expensive gold cards that are going to be in the Team of the Year, I wouldn't sell those. At this point, they have sort of stabilized. I think they've hit a plateau or sort of like a trough at the bottom of the potential price dip. I think there could be some panic selling if EA throws some sort of curveball for the Team of the Year that is sort of beyond the voting thing that they've already laid out for us. That would probably be coming on Monday if it did come. Or if they did some Team of the Year SBC or whatever. But going back to my original point, I do think the prices of those particular plays have hit sort of a bottom and are not going to drop a whole lot more through Team of the Year. So I think you can hold on to those cards, but if you have cards that are like, mid-tier gold cards, and maybe even high-tier gold cards that aren't going to be in the Team of the Year, those are the kind of cards that are going to get absolutely hammered in packs with Team of the Year. I mean, people are saving up a ton of packs for Team of the Year. You've seen it, people posting, pictures of their pack lists, their store lists, and those are the kind of things that are going to push down if you think about it, supply and demand kind of thing that's going to push down the prices of those cards when people open up all those packs.
I think it was Golden Bear I was speaking to yesterday for a little bit, and he was saying he's got 1,000 packs ready.
Yeah.
And that's not including FIFA points. So with FUT Champions, obviously when packs do arrive, it's usually the Thursday where people are obviously playing FUT Champions now as we speak, getting ready to hopefully get some decent packs for then. Obviously the Team of the Week packs don't really matter when it comes to Team of the Year because they're not in the packs, but the 100Ks, the 35Ks, the 50Ks,
right.
Should they open them on the Thursday? Because presumably that's not going to be the most beneficial time to open them, is it? Because that's not when they're all in packs.
Right, yeah, I mean, you sort of alluded to it, but probably the best time to open them would be when the full Team of the Year is going to be presumably in packs. If they follow the same pattern as they've done in previous years, the full Team of the Year goes into packs on the weekend after the release. So if they release the defenders, for example, and this is just following what they've done in previous years, if they release the defenders on Monday through Tuesday or something like that, midfielders on Wednesday through Thursday probably, attackers on Friday, and then they'll... just based on previous years, we'll have the full team in the team in packs on Saturday and Sunday. So if you're looking to maximize your chances of packing a Team of the Year item, that's probably the best time to open them. And given the fact that we think, or sort of the general consensus in my opinion, is that player prices for some of the high-end cards that you could potentially pack in those saved up packs are just sort of going to rise throughout Team of the Year. Just because, and we can get into why they're going to rise, but rise to a Team of the Year, you're not foregoing any potential sort of like maximized potential returns from those packs by waiting for the full Team of the Year to come into packs. So you can sort of rest assured that even if you don't consider yourself a particularly lucky pack opener, you're still going to maximize your coin value by waiting and sort of rolling the dice when all the cards are in packs.
So if you're a person not like myself, because you guys know we're going to be going ham with Team of the Year packs all week, but when it comes to someone who's say got that 12k FIFA points, or maybe they've saved up from Christmas and they've got 24k FIFA points saved up, would you recommend them going for an individual separated Team of the Year, which will be the attackers, the midfielders and the defenders and goalkeeper, which is 3 different stages, or would you also recommend them going for packs on the weekend if the temptation isn't there? And give your hand a slap, guys, honestly. Would you agree the best time to open for people with limited resources is definitely the weekend when everything is in packs?
Yeah, I do think that, I mean, as I said, I do think the best time to open up packs, especially given the fact that I guess we can sort of get into it. The reason why I think the best time to open up the packs towards the end is because the majority of the players that you're going to be packing that could really, like, sort of make you a fortune, if you will, are going to be rising throughout Team of the Year. Now, granted, some of the investment grade kind of cards that you might pack, like 83 through 88 rated gold cards that are sort of at the bottom end of their price range at that particular like rating iteration, those are the kind of cards that are going to be cheap during Team of the Year, and especially when people open up all of their packs at the beginning of the week when the team is first announced. Those are the kind of cards that are actually going to take probably a pretty heavy hit at the beginning. So those are the kind, if you do pack those cards, I would hold those cards and then wait for like SBCs and stuff like that to actually sell them. But if you pack like some of like a high-end icon or something like that, I would think that when people open up a bunch of packs, just sort of generally when people open up packs, they get more buying power. When you get more buying power, you can funnel that buying power into higher end cards, which is why we think that the higher end cards, like the Ronaldos, the high end icons, previous Team of the Week items that are in high demand, those are the kind of cards that we think are going to go up through Team of the Year. So if you pack anything high end, like I said, you're not foregoing any sort of potential profit if you open them up later in Team of the Week, or Team of the Year rather.
Yeah. So another subject which I wanted to cover was, I presume a lot of you watching the video now might have sold your team in preparation. You did cover that briefly a little bit ago. So the main question, I think it's the most important one, when do you buy the team back? Do you buy it back as soon as Team of the Year is announced on Monday? Do you buy it back during certain lightning rounds throughout the week? Or do you wait to the weekend? There's loads of times throughout the week to buy it, but which one would you say, knowing previous Team of the Years, will be the best time to go and purchase that better team, or the team that they sold to make money in probably the last few weeks?
Right. Yeah. So that's a That question is obviously, as you said, a really important one. If you're in a position right now where you have already liquidated your team, and you did that maybe a couple of weeks ago, you're in the best possible position. Because right now we're looking at prices, and then Bates and I can give you a graphic. I did a market summary on my Twitter where we were looking at the prices and the price movement of the super high-end icons and some of the high-end golds, as well as the high-end informs from previous weeks. And those cards are actually sort of leveling out in their dips. The past several days, maybe even the past couple of weeks, they've sort of been going on a consistent trend downwards. But recently, and the most notable one, was the high-end icons have actually stopped their dip and have gone up a little bit. I mean, presumably with like weekend league buying and people buying back their teams. But as we think about it, those high-end cards, and if you're in a position right now where you're completely liquid, I don't think you can go wrong with buying the expensive icons, even like medium tier to expensive icons, and then the gold cards, like the Ronaldos, the Messis that are going to be in Team of the Year. Obviously because they're not going to be in packs during Team of the Year. Like a good differentiator though, like someone like Bale, for example, who has a gold card that isn't going to be in Team of the Year, that's the kind of high-end gold card that I would hold off for, because obviously he's going to be in packs, and his price could get pushed down a little bit just in like the first couple days when everyone sort of opens up their packs at the beginning that they've sort of saved up. They'll tell themselves they're going to wait until like the end of, as we recommended, they'll tell themselves they'll wait till the end, but they probably won't anyway. So those are the kind of cards that immediately could dip down in price. So that early sort of like Monday, assuming they release the defenders at the beginning of the week, the Monday through like Tuesday night, Wednesday could be good time to get onto that before the prices rebound a little bit. But as sort of circling back to what I was saying before, if you're looking to buy high-end icons and Team of the Week items from previous weeks, because the pack weight of the high-end icons is so low, and the Team of the Week items obviously aren't in packs anymore, the only thing that would economically push their prices down is essentially a panic sell, or not necessarily a panic sell, but like a liquidation, where like in a liquidation event. And leading into the Team of the Year, what other better thing could lead to a liquidation event other than people prepping to buy those high-end Team of the Year items? So if you think about sort of the economics of it, or the things that would move the prices of those guys, it makes sense that you could actually get in on them at relatively fair prices right now, especially if you have people who maybe don't necessarily understand that and are looking to sell their players after this coming weekend league into Monday, early Monday morning before the actual drop of the Team of the Year, who are saying like, hey, like I played with these guys for my weekend league teams, now Team of the Year is coming, time to get rid of them, and you could actually get on some pretty good prices then.
And that's usually the well-used term as well, isn't it? The crash before the crash. That's one which is thrown about quite a lot recently. And obviously it's going on now as this video does go live. So yeah, you've just heard it there, guys. The start is usually the best time to buy. And not only with you wanting to maybe buy your team back, there is also some other things you can do, guys, and that is future investments when it comes to getting your club stocked up with 83 and 84 rated players. Now, would you say the best time to buy them would be now, to the early stages of Team of the Year, or the lightning rounds, which EA presumably are going to release during Team of the Year? Because usually you can pick up some really good deals on the lightning rounds. People like myself, the elephant style players, the ones which absolutely hammer the packs and just list it up, not even caring, and you could get some good deals, but I presume there's going to be a lot of traders sat there waiting to do probably the same. And if you're lucky, guys, you could be flipping a card which you maybe get for like 2k up when the SBCs get released for like the guaranteed informs, could maybe reach 5-6k, so future profit to be made.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, as you said, there's sort of two windows, if you will. You could buy them now. I mean, the prices, what people are doing right now is they want to head into Team of the Year because they know there's going to be ample trading and investing opportunities during Team of the Year with all the packs that are being opened. So they're heading into Team of the Year as liquid as they can be. But what that effectively does is it creates a buying opportunity, because a lot of those cards, and again, if you want to put the graphic up that I'll send you, Bateson, of the market summary, you can see that the 83s, 84s, and 85s, 86s, those gold cards at the bottom end of their price range are actually pretty low right now compared to what they've been in the past. Now, granted, they're not at the lowest. Like the low, for example, the lowest that we've seen, those 83s, was down at like 950 coins. I think if I remember correctly, they're at like 1,700 maybe right now.
Yeah.
So, obviously you're not making, you're not going to get the best possible margin if you buy right now. But say EA come out with a Team of the Week SBC to sort of balance the bottom end of the market during as soon as they release the Team of the Year cards. That's the kind of thing that would sort of catch us off guard, and you'd be happy if you had stocked up on the 83s and 84s right now. One thing that I'm looking at that I think is more of a safe investment right now, or more of a, if you're trying to maximize your where you're putting your coins right now. Some of the informs that are not going to be in in packs during Team of the Year and these massive pack openings that are going to go on, you could pick up like 83, 84 rated informs, the ones that are going to be useful for icon SBCs. Those cards right now are actually, they're at the cheapest they've been essentially all year, before people sort of realize that they're going to be useful for icon SBCs. And obviously we said the reason that they're down there is because people are looking to liquidate, head into Team of the Year with a lot of coins, so they're basically listing up anything that they have in the club. And there's a lot of them that you can get for extremely cheap, and you can even try and cross invest in, if you can find, like, for example, an English player, English 83 rated gold, for example, if you could find one of those. Going for cheap, that's the kind of thing you could cross invest for, like a Player of the Month requirement, to even sort of like double down on your potential profits there. So
this week, everyone's interest becomes blue. Blue is the colour which you guys are going to know about. People are going to do pack openings. They're going to pack the 86 rated Bastos. They're going to pack themselves an 86 rated Brahimi. Mm-hmm. Do people care? No. Are people going to put it in the videos? Probably not. So they're going to quickly send players for the cheapest. And they are really cheap, aren't they? For 86 rated informs, with the amount of packs which are going to get opened up until Wednesday, because you've got Brahimi and Bastos in packs now. Mm-hmm. Presumably, guys, they're going to be a reasonably cheap inform, which people are just looking to ditch to maybe open more packs with coins. And they're like the ones to keep an eye out. So this coming Team of the Week, it's not the best one going with Team of the Year, to be fair. You've got Wasp, which I think is going to be a usable player. Obviously Brahimi, Dost, Gullit is reasonably expensive. Sergio Roberto, Immobile is holding his price pretty nicely. And then you've got Gareth Bale, whose price should take a massive hit, hopefully, because I want him.
He could be interesting, though. I mean, I do want to talk about a couple other ones, but he could be interesting because of his links to the likes of Ronaldo, as people look to build like their super high end teams. Someone like Bale with that like front three of Ronaldo, Bale, and Messi could be very interesting. But yeah, I mean, you're totally right. People are going to be very focused on the Blues, and they're going to be listing up informs from the current Team of the Week, really just at prices that are going to sell them immediately. So being on your consoles, being on the web app when you can is a really good idea, because as we said, investing in those types of investment grade indices, if you will, the 83 through 88 rated golds, the cheap informs at those different ratings are all going to be useful for SBCs further down the line. If I had to break it out before heading into Team of the Year, just in case they do a Team of the Week SBC when the Team of the Year actually drops, maybe you want to invest in some 83s and 84s right now at the prices that they are right now. But I would hold off on the 85 through 88 rated players. Those are the kind of cards that I don't think there's going to be any short-term catalyst before Team of the Year drops that would push up their prices. And I think those are the kind of cards that are going to take a hit during the pack opening, so you could pick those up when that kind of thing drops. Another thing that you can pick up and look to pick up before Team of the Year, and if you're looking to pick up maybe investments for your team or something like that, or maybe you're looking to buy some pre-investments, could be like complementary high-level players for those Team of the Year items. So players that get strong links to some of the players that are going to be in this Team of the Year, those are good cards to look at. And if you're going to buy before Team of the Year, I would recommend looking at cards that are not going to be in packs during Team of the Year. So previous Team of the Week items are good examples of that. And you want to look for someone like, for example, let's do like, and this is, I don't like giving specific examples, so maybe this is, I would encourage you to look for your own example of this, but someone like Jesus, if Kevin De Bruyne gets when he gets his Team of the Year card, that's someone who's going to get a strong link, or a good link to him, and will, potentially rise in price. And since he's not in packs during Team of the Year, you can reasonably assume that his price is going to hold. So that's another thing you can balance out. And if we get into during Team of the Year, when the prices of those gold cards that are in packs, when they drop, that's the kind of thing that you can buy and hold until after Team of the Year, when people start, when the dust sort of settles and people start making their squads around those Team of the Year items. They're going to obviously need those cards to link them up.
Yeah, there is one player I'm looking at on the screen now, actually, and you presumably will have seen what the Team of the Year is going to look like on certain people's votes. I know my vote itself, the midfield were Team of the Year Kante, Team of the Year Modric, and Team of the Year De Bruyne. And knowing the FIFA community, and the majority of the FIFA community which watch my videos, Premier League is the basis which are going to theme the teams around. So obviously De Bruyne is going to be one of the players I want to bring in. Same with Kante. And there's one player. There's actually two players, in fact. There's Eden Hazard. He's got two decent cards. And looking at his price, it's reasonably high because he's got two versions. He's got centre forward. He's got the team of the group stage as well, which actually dropped about 200k actually in the past 2 weeks. But then if that team of the year does come out, you may see a potential rise on him. Or if you're looking for maybe a cheaper one, you got Batshuayi as well, getting the Belgium and Chelsea link to Kante and De Bruyne. But honestly, the amount of information you've obviously bamboozled me with it. You've helped me a little bit as well because it's helping me understand. But you guys know me, I'm going to probably disregard half of everything he's said anyway, and just list the players up to get rid of them to be able to open more packs. But I really appreciate you jumping on to help my subscribers and viewers of the video out. Is there anything you would say? Anything else on top of what you've said already?
Yeah, if I could just hit with like real quick some low budget investing for like during Team of the Year. You could look at like chemistry styles. Like basically these are the things that will go down in price when people open up massive number in packs. So chemistry styles, the likes of the Hunter and the Catalyst chemistry styles. You could pick up squad fitnesses. You could pick up position change cards. Some good examples of that are like position change cards that take striker down to CF and then CF down to cam, because those are helpful for when we do get those high end legend. Those high-end legend SPCs that can take like a striker legend card if they're the cheapest, down to like a center mid or whatever it is. So picking up consumables is really good for a low-budget method, and then obviously 83, 84s are good to pick up with low budget. So I mean that's I think just about it. I think I've sort of overloaded, as you said, on information. So yeah.
Well, if you guys do want to keep an eye on his Twitter during Team of the Year, he's going to be obviously putting tweets out to help you guys, as he's done for the past couple of years now, haven't you? You've become a main stage on Twitter when it comes to the trading. He's the king, guys. He's the king. We'll refer to him as the king. Just call him King. Fuck King. But I'm literally just looking at chem styles, and that was obviously your low budget, and they're extinct already. Yeah, right. So if you guys imagine, obviously Team of the Year, everyone's going to put all the money into the game. There's going to be a break, and I'm not sure which promotions after that. Presumably going to be like a FUT birthday or something. Yeah. And I do remember
the Chinese New Year, maybe.
Yeah. I can't remember if they do special cards for them, but I do know they do promo packs, don't they?
Yeah.
But if you guys can pick up any of them, you can maybe flip them depending on how much they do go for, and making quick coins to maybe get them insane players into your team a lot quicker than you do expected. So massive thank you for being on the video, dude. It's been very much appreciated. Hopefully you've enjoyed your time with probably one of the most boring FIFA YouTubers out there who isn't a trader, guys, but likes to spend money and stuff. But you're looking forward to Team of the Year yourself?
I am, yeah. Despite what everyone's sort of saying, I'm really looking forward to Team of the Year Kane. I'm probably going to get a little bit of backlash for this, but I'm a Spurs fan, so I am looking forward to maybe putting him in my team at some point.
I'm the total opposite. I'm like, oh, why has Harry Kane got to be in there? But then again, I'm the type of person who wants Mbappe in the Team of the Year. I'm someone who, I can't remember the other player, but I wanted Dybala. But yeah, Kane's not a player which I'll obviously fit into my main team. But who knows? He could be an absolute beast. Remember Team of the Year Ibrahimovic?
Yeah.
He could be similar to him, just minus the skills.
Exactly.
Minus the strong links to certain players at PSG. But that's the video done, guys. If you have enjoyed it, leave a like, rate, and share with your friends. Hopefully the information does help you guys, whether it come to buying the team, selling players, buying players, doing everything during the Team of the Year period. And we'll be back, guys, tomorrow with a draft of glory in the morning. And then hopefully 6 o'clock, Team of the Year comes round, and we're going to be opening a stupid amount of packs. So until next time, see you all later. Have a very, very nice rest of your day, and I'll see you later, dude. Thank you very much for your help on the video today.
Yep, thanks, Basin. Bye bye.